All right, hello, crypto enthusiasts. How are you? Looks like Bitcoin 2025 just wrapped. Super bullish news coming from Michael Saylor, Donald Trump Jr., Eric Trump. Lots of heavy hitters in the YouTube crypto space. So it's kind of cool to see people posting pictures, hearing the clips, watching all the excitement and the energy. Oftentimes at this Bitcoin conference, the price dumps, or I think it has at least like the past few years. This year, we're actually sitting at or near all-time highs, which is pretty exciting. I think that probably added to the enthusiasm and the excitement surrounding the conference. But it looks like they announced that Bitcoin 2026 will also be held in Las Vegas if you're looking forward to that. Just so you know, I probably won't be there. It'd be fun to go. Let me know if you're planning on going. Should be a good time. There you go, April 27th through 29th, 2026. On to some Bitcoin news for today. Price action-wise, let's get the latest chart here. We took a little bit of a dip today. We're sitting at 103, just under $104,000 with a fairly sizable dip today. We were sitting earlier around $106,000, $107,000. A lot of this dip coming off of what other than tariff news. Trump posted on Truth Social a post about China. So he said, 2 weeks ago, China was in grave economic danger. The very high tariffs I set made it virtually impossible for China to trade into the United States marketplace, which is by far number one in the world. We went, in effect, cold turkey with China, and it was devastating for them. Many factories closed, and there was, to put it mildly, civil unrest. I saw what was happening and didn't like it. For them, not for us. I made a fast deal with China in order to save them from what I thought was going to be a very bad situation, and I didn't want to see that happen. Because of this deal, everything quickly stabilized and China got back to business as usual. Everybody was happy. That is the good news. The bad news is that China, perhaps not surprisingly to some, has totally violated its agreement with us. So much for being Mr. Nice Guy. So the kind of Bitcoin price dip that we've seen, I think is in relation to this tweet. Uncertainty with the tariffs, uncertainty with our relations with China, and the market is reflecting that. We also see just about an hour ago, less than that even, Trump announced plans to increase tariffs on steel imports from 25% up to 50%. So some more tariff changes. He said that this increase will even further secure the steel industry in the United States. Also, this is noting that the president's sweeping tariff strategy remains in legal limbo. So there was some lawsuits around the tariffs that have been going back and forth as well, which is affecting the markets. But yeah, just tariff news. It's getting boring. It's getting old hearing about just all these tariff changes and them kind of swinging the markets back and forth. But that is what it is. That's what's happening. In some other news, SEC drops the Binance lawsuit. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission asked Washington, D.C. federal court on May 29th to allow it to drop its long-running lawsuit against the crypto exchange Binance and its founder, CZ. So it's a huge win for crypto today. The SEC's case against us is dismissed. Thank you to Chairman Atkins and the Trump team for pushing back against regulation by enforcement. U.S. innovation is back on track, and it's just the beginning. So that's some bullish news for you on the day. Some more bullish news. eToro will be relisting Cardano, reopening access to its 38 million users worldwide. So some bullish news there for our Cardano ADA friends. Very good stuff. There you have it. Just kind of a quick video today. That China news is affecting the markets, dragging things down. A lot of people are claiming that, or I guess fearing that we're maybe seeing a double top scenario like we did at the previous all-time high back in 2021. We had a peak top, came back, and then had a little bit of a further all-time high, and then the market dumped and we were in the bear market. People are seeing that reflected in their charts right now and thinking that maybe that's what's happening. I don't think that's the case. Here you can see we had that peak, pullback, and then just a slightly higher peak, around $69,000, $70,000. People are saying this is kind of a similar look that we're getting in the markets. I don't think that's the case. I think there's just so much bullish news that I think it's a natural pullback. There's peaks and valleys all along the way. So we'll see. We'll see how the markets reflect this news come Monday. We're coming into the weekend right now. So maybe some volatility going into this next week, but if you're in it for the long term, I think that you you understand what we're looking at here, and it's always time to dollar cost average. So, anyways, thank you guys so much for listening. I do appreciate it. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.